Basketball fans, welcome back. So, the integrity of a basketball game is dictated by its officiating. And in this video, we'll be reacting to JB Bickerstaff, who's the Pistons head coach. He was disgusted by the way the Detroit Pistons versus OKC game was refed. And this video, this game happened mid-March in there. So I didn't get the chance to react to it at the time, but here we're gonna react to it. So the Pistons this year have been a revelation. I mean, they have turned over their franchise and they're a top 6 team in the Eastern Conference. And JB Bickerstaff, he was angry because this poor officiating led to the Pistons losing their game against OKC, and the game was clutch. Their game, it ended 113-107. So JB Bickerstaff was not happy with officiating in the team's loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he went on an astonishing rant on the officials in his post-game presser, which concluded with him slamming the table and storming out. So I'm gonna let the video play, then we're gonna come back.
I'm disgusted by the way that game was officiated. The level of disrespect was above and beyond. They have a guy fall down and trip on his own teammate's foot. They review us for a hostile act. They throw an elbow to our chest, neck area. I ask for him, at least take a look at it, right? Just show us the respect to take a look at it, okay? No one would take a look at it, okay? The disrespect has gone far enough, and I'm not gonna allow our guys to be treated the way that they were treated tonight. Okay? I tried to have a conversation with official. The official was arguing with Mark. I say his name one time, and he screams at me and tells me that's enough. Right? We understand that we play a style of ball that's physical, it's on the edge, right? I coach my ass off with a passionate way. I'm into the games. Our players are into the games. We understand that, right? But we deserve a level of respect because we're competing our tails off and bringing something positive to this league, right? We're growing young players. Our young players are competing their tail off. The least that they could do is get the same respect that everybody else in this league gets and get refereed the same way that everybody else in this league gets ref. And enough is enough of it. And what you saw tonight was disgusting. It was a disgusting display of disrespect towards our guys and what we're trying to do.
So the Pistons felt like a lot of calls were against them in the game, and they also assessed 5 technical fouls in the third quarter alone. So Cade Cunningham got 2 of them and he got ejected in the third quarter. So this was crazy because you would expect, a referee to be able to officiate the game well, but they don't do that. So referee Brian Forte made himself quite an unpopular figure in Detroit with the decision of the night. The referees have a very difficult job. When you'll think that somebody needs to be sympathetic, but some of them just conduct themselves in a way that is so unprofessional. And one thing that I've experienced and I've seen in the NBA is, some of these referees they just want to show, they don't want to accept accountability and they want to show that they're in authority all the time. Even not only in the NBA, everywhere in the FIBA leagues, even our local leagues, even when you watch the game here in Nairobi, Kenya, you will see the same problem. The referees want to show that they have so much authority and they can dictate whatever calls they want to make. And this is not even the first time this month that the Pistons have felt this type of way. Because after 123-115 loss to the Los Angeles Clippers on March 5th, JB Bickerstaff and Cade Cunningham went off on the referees for awarding James Harden over 20 free throws. So you can see it's like the game is just scripted. And the Detroit Pistons seem to believe that they haven't gotten the respect they deserve and aren't going to keep quiet any longer, because these latest comments by JB Bickerstaff are likely to hurt his wallet because he's going to get fined. But I don't think he's too bothered about it, because sometimes the truth just has to be said. Because some of these referees do not care about the integrity of the game and they would rather eject a star player just to satisfy their own egos and just not obeying the rules of the game. Because you would expect a referee to be that person who is going to supposed to defend the integrity of the game, but it all happens and everything happens in a way that they just want to show that they're on top of the game and they don't care about the athlete that is there. I'm not saying that they have to care about the athlete like that, but at least go by the book. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen, and it results to a team that has worked so hard to get to that way to the win get disrespected. And the reason as to why I feel like, the Detroit Pistons are being treated like this, because I feel like the NBA and even the NBA officials don't take the Detroit Pistons that serious, because looking at how they have turned around their season, it is remarkable. And even one conspiracy theory that I have is, I feel like everything in NBA right now is scripted, and a couple of teams might want to win, but maybe the NBA front offices, in the NBA offices, the league office, tells the officials, the referee officials, what will protect you, but make sure that this outcome of the game they lose, so that it doesn't happen. It doesn't have the seedings, because every single win right now, it tilts the balance of every single team. So even if this loss that we saw, or the Detroit Pistons, they suffered against OKC, maybe this win will have changed the way the Western Conference is, or they will have changed the way even a game. It will have changed like the outcome of how the seedings will be. But unfortunately, I don't think it will hurt OKC or even that much even if they lost, because they have the best record right now in the NBA. So all things considered, the NBA looks scripted, and it looks like some teams are favored to win more than the others. Even if the other team does not win through conventional means, the NBA would rather back this team, the other team, to win, and even disrespect the integrity of the game by making sure that this team loses. Maybe, even through like technical fouls, they can say, if this star player talks to you in a certain way, just give them a technical. Don't even have to argue them, just give them a technical. If they argue about a call, give them a technical, send them out. Make sure that you've taken away all their star players to make sure that they lose the game. So that is a game that I've seen happen, and I've seen it because if you look at even those technicals that are assessed on Cade Cunningham, does it even warrant it? Because it looked like malice at that point. And this whole situation, I really don't like it, because let's say, for example, you have saved up to watch an NBA game, you have saved up to watch like one of your star players, suit up and play. But if you look at even how the game is being conducted, you will just see that the referees don't care about fostering the integrity of the game. Because how is that you can give 5 technical fouls in the third quarter alone? Like, you issued 5 technicals, 2 of them is for the star player on the team, Cade Cunningham. How does that work? Because this is the main reason as to why a lot of times people are saying that the ratings are dropping in the NBA. Because if this can happen to a team, any other team, what makes you think that it won't happen to like this other small market teams, and it favors the big market team? Because right now, as we speak, the script is all set for Shea to win that MVP. And they're going to do everything, whatever it takes, to make sure that record is solid, it's good, to make sure OKC is okay. And even if it comes at the expense of the integrity of the game. Because this one, they were just set up to fail. And even with issuing these technical fouls, you can see those are 5 free throws, swinging the trajectory of the game. And also even the fouls that can even happen, the normal personal fouls, when they happen, the other team is favored. In this case, the OKC Thunder. So it's very unfortunate, because this one hurts the integrity of the game. Can't stress this enough. And this is the main reason as to why the ratings are dropping every single time. Because every time we see such a thing happen and no accountability is being sought after, this is the main reason as to why nobody wants to watch the NBA, because they already know it's scripted. It looks like more like the WWE. When this player says something different, he gets tossed out. When this guy goes a certain way, he gets tossed out. So that's the thing that is hurting even people even watching the NBA right now. So it is what it is. So do drop me your comments down in the comment section what you think about this. I'm going to talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.